in that moment I knew, like, season was done. This is not good at all.
And I went over and, yeah, she was holding her knee and was down quite bad.
It was a really weird, kind of traumatic experience, definitely for her, but a lot of us watching.
Being stretchered off the pitch kind of proved it all, that we're in a bad way here. This summer, I suffered a serious knee injury, and I wanted to make this video just to show everyone the ups and downs and the behind the scenes of what really goes on with our rehab journey.
How would I describe Emma Corney? Very determined. She knows where she wants to be. Yeah, a great person to play with.
Full of energy. She's just a great friend, a great teammate. I think she's a natural leader, and it's been great to see that. She's still showing those qualities even off the pitch in the way she rehabs, the way she's going about her recovery. Yeah, she's quite inspirational, really.
Go. I always played cricket in the garden with my brother and in my granny and granddad's back garden, and we went down the nets to Exmouth and sometimes came here and watched some of the games after school. So I was always surrounded by cricket within my family growing up. Yeah, I'm immensely proud to be able to say I'm a professional, especially when it came when I was 18, 19, came quite young, and people are expecting you to be doing a normal job. And I think it just showed all the hard work that myself and coaches and family had put in to get me through that journey and get where I was. So I think being able to say that is for everyone that's been part of that, not just for me. That first day at Beckenham, I was pretty nervous walking out with Heather at the other end. I think it's good because no one pays any attention to what I'm doing. It's all about what Heather's doing, so you can fly under the radar a little bit. But it was super exciting to, put my kit on for the first time, especially with teammates that I've grown up playing with. We've all kind of come on different journeys, but we've reached the same point together, and it was really exciting to go out there. And I don't know, that first game was something really special, and with the fans there, and it was a crazy game of cricket. Yeah, very proud to be a part of that. Fast forward to the T20 campaign, playing at Warwickshire. We're all pretty tired because we've been travelling around. There was so many games, come thick and fast. Just a normal day. I was out doing boundary to boundary. We'd got a few early wickets. I was at deep mid wicket, and Neve had just come over with my drink, and I was absolutely blowing because I'd just been running up and down chasing the ball. And she just said, keep going, good work. And then the ball got hit out, and I was running to my right. So I was just trying to pick the ball up, change direction as quick as possible. But instead, foot got stuck in the floor, knee kept going, rolling round on the floor, screaming basically, in a lot of pain. I basically had my eyes shut. Chloe Skelton comes over to me and says, "Oh, were you okay?" And I basically just screamed in her face. But in that moment I knew, season was done. This is not good at all. Being stretchered off the pitch, not even being able to hobble off myself, kind of proved it all, that we're in a bad way here. And yeah, season's done in an instant, just with a movement that I would have done 1,000 times.
It was really weird, actually. Corney had been running boundary to boundary for ages, and I asked to put ball on the bench. I was like, "Oh, I'll go give her a drink." Went over, and kind of the ball was going to her right quite quickly, and I was like, "Oh, stop the two, stop the two." And obviously she got there, the knee caved in, and I was like, "Oh, she's all right, she'll get up, and then she didn't get up.
When I heard her and saw her go to ground, I wasn't sure how serious it was, so I was just hell-bent on picking up the ball and getting it back in. But when I heard her squeal for the second time, I thought, "Oh dear, that doesn't sound great." I think I just kept repeating, "It'll be all right, it'll be all right." I'm sure she replied with, "It's not bloody all right." But yeah, I just tried to be there for her until reinforcement came in.
They took me into a medical room, and there was loads of people in there. And at that point, I hadn't really looked at my leg because I was like, don't look, this is too bad. And I looked at it, and it was already enormous within about 10 minutes. and kind of just seeing the looks of the physio and the medical team in there, you know straight away this is not good at all. So we just kind of sat in there for a little bit and they were trying to feed me sweets and make me feel a little bit better, but I think the reality of the situation was kind of starting to hit. So we first went to the hospital to check I hadn't broken anything, came back, then got on the bus from Edgbaston to Nottingham, knee in a brace, on crutches. The girls were looking after me really well, which was really nice, but I was still just in shock. So stayed in Nottingham that night, slept for probably about 3 hours, and then had to get on the bus and go to Trent Bridge for the next game, and sit there for the day with all the girls with a massive knee and kind of watch what was going on. Neve made her debut, so I did her cap presentation because we've been through a lot together. So it was a bit of a weird moment that she was playing because I was injured, but I was also really excited for her to have the opportunity to go out there and show what she can do. So pre-surgery, we spent a whole month just prehabbing basically. So we'd gone from a point where couldn't really walk, couldn't really do anything, to before surgery I had a functional knee. You wouldn't look at me and go, oh, she's got no ACL. So I think that was really valuable time to get it working as well as it could, to then help after surgery to really hit the ground running. But it was also at the same time pretty demoralizing because I know that I'm working towards day one of the comeback basically. All the work beforehand is to get me walking again, to get me moving, and then I'm going to have surgery and all of a sudden I'm not going to be able to move again. So at the time it was quite frustrating and it felt kind of pointless, but afterwards I look back and go, that was really worth it, and glad we did it and put so much into it. Surgery went very well, the surgeon was very happy. Also something I hadn't really thought about beforehand, it was only when I woke up and I saw both legs bandaged and back in pain again, couldn't really move, couldn't do a lot. That was another big reality check really, especially from the day before I'd been able to walk around, do whatever I wanted, to back just, losing your independence and not being able to move is not really fun. So short term, just trying to go week by week really. So we'll sit down and we make goals for the week, kind of about my knee specifically. So like, how far can we bend it? Can we do this exercise well? And then look at goals more generally in the gym. Like our current goal is to bench the 25. So we've got little things to keep us going. So even if the knee's not going great, at least I can still feel like I've achieved something elsewhere, and vice versa, just to help notice the little good things amongst all the bad things.
My name is Jamie Thorpe, I'm Clinical Director here at Somerset County Cricket Club. So Emma suffered an ACL rupture. Essentially it's one of the two big ligaments that run through the middle of the knee. So that ligament was injured. She also suffered a medial collateral ligament injury, which is the ligament on the inside of the knee, and had some partial damage to the cartilage. So post-surgery, it's really important that we reduce pain, improve range of movement, reduce swelling, begin to get some muscle activation and start to build some muscle bulk again. And also just get a bit of sort of return to normal activities of daily living. The biggest challenge for me is the magnitude of the injury. So it's a long injury, it's a long rehab, generally anywhere between 9 to 12 months for a player to return to full function and performance. And so I think the big thing is psychologically we have to work with that player to really support them. We have to think of ways of keeping them engaged through that process, whilst also making sure that they are hitting the criteria to progress. Emma's done brilliantly in the first sort of 4 months of her rehab. She's restored all the range of movement that we wanted her to. She's restored the muscle mass that we wanted her to. Swelling is reduced. And now the next step for us is to continue to test and obtain the criteria that kind of confirms to us that we're happy for her to return to running. And then there'll be a graded return to running, which will look to challenge her, in different ways as we move through that continuum. And then we can look to continue that with and supplement that with strength and conditioning work.
So I'm really happy with the progress that I've made over the first few months. It's not been an easy journey by any stretch of the imagination, and there's a long way to go, but so far we've made some really good progress. Up next, I'll be returning to run and getting back to hitting balls, which I'm really excited for, so stay tuned for part 2.